Welcome back to the Christmas gift guide series for the last time. If this is your first time tuning in, then first of all, where have you been? Secondly, make sure you go back and watch the previous videos because we have seen some truly amazing businesses. But for those of you who are new, I have decided that this year I would highlight some of my favourite local businesses with lots on offer this Christmas. All with aspects that make them a sustainable option, but done in their own unique ways. If you're not local to the Angus and Dundee area, it's still worth watching because I always leave links in the description box for you to purchase where possible. But now let's get to talking about today's business. Guys, this one is a new addition to the Kirriemuir town centre, which I feel has really elevated things. Honestly, where better than the birthplace of Peter Pan for an eco-friendly toy shop? I mean, now if you're visiting the town, there is no way that you could possibly miss Realm of Imagination. And honestly, I don't care how old you are, this place lives up to its name. As soon as you step inside the door, it will bring out your inner child. From the Beauty and the Beast clock, the fairy tree style reading area, the rocking horses, you name it, it's there. It seriously took everything I had inside not to run around this place in a way that would have seriously gotten me into a lot of trouble when I was a child. I don't know what happened. Suddenly I wanted to touch everything. I wanted to pick it up. I wanted to see how everything worked. All of the things that your parents would have told you not to do when you're inside a shop. By the way, this video is also acting as a warning to my friends and family who have children who are coming to stay. Brace yourselves. One thing I really love about this place is the way the premises is divided. The front side is for items that are on sale, the stock, and at the back they have an amazing workshop. If you're anything like me, these days I'm much more into gifting my niece and nephew experiences rather than items. And I definitely know that next time they come to visit, I will be booking myself and my niece onto one of these workshops because they are just such great value for money. They are so reasonably priced for the quality of the experience that's on offer. And you've got to love that. And I'm being deadly serious when I say that I might not even wait for her to get here before I book myself onto one of these workshops. In terms of purchases, this shop really has all the different age groups covered. Although from the outside and the onset you might initially think about younger children, once you get inside you quickly realise that it's much more than that. On this channel I've spoken before about the environmental impact of children's toys on our planet. From large amounts of plastic packaging, flimsy plastic toys that can't withstand play, to changing interest and developmental needs of children. So I really feel a shop like this is absolutely necessary. I think it's massively important when you're purchasing children's toys to consider the possibility of being able to pass those items on. I don't just mean in terms of quality, although that is important. I also mean in terms of how classic those items are and whether they are likely to go out of fashion. When thinking about this, the items that really stood out to me in the shop are the products from Hape, including a wooden rocking horse and a musical walker. Now, these are items that I remember from my childhood and are quite clearly still relevant today. I also quite like the ethos behind Hape, which is that inevitably the children of the world will inherit the environment in the condition that we leave it to them in. So it makes sense that the items that are created in an industry directed towards them should be focusing on protecting their future. In an attempt to do that, their products are largely made out of sustainable wood or bamboo, and they also focus on minimal waste and using much less energy. Another thing that is extremely important is encouraging children to be physically active in their play. And tied in with that is also encouraging children to spend time outside. I don't know about anybody else, but some of my best childhood memories are the times that I spent outside. And that's probably something to do with the fact that being outside is extremely beneficial to all of our physical and mental health. And children are particularly susceptible to this because of the natural immunities that are developed from being exposed to nature. The two things that particularly stood out to me when I was thinking about this in store were, one, the Hape Nature Swing, and number two, the SES parachute. Both of these great gift ideas for getting children outside and away from electricals. Creativity comes in so many different forms. It's how children discover their likes, their dislikes, and their talents actually. Having said that, I wonder how many of us put on plays or some sort of performance growing up. Okay, maybe not all of you were as theatrical as I was, but I'm sure all of us have played dress up at some point, in some way, shape or form. So when I saw the finger puppets and the masks by the brand Fiesta, the excitement was a little bit more than I would like to admit. I'm pretty sure actually that there might be some footage of me putting on a little show with the finger puppets. The child you're buying for is a little bit less dramatic than I am, and maybe they show their creativity through building things. There are lots of different options available at Realm of Imagination, but the ones I want to highlight are the metal construction sets. They have lots of different subjects available. Just off the top of my head, I remember they did have a camper van, a Land Rover, and I think a Flying Scotsman. And although this is a toy shop, these sets would be perfectly suitable for adults. And it comes again back to the thing that I was saying about investing in gifts that could last for a long time. This again comes back to what I was saying earlier about giving gifts that are going to stand the test of time, that are still going to be relevant later on. This gift is actually really also a good opportunity for you to sit down with the child or the person that you're gifting it to and actually build the model together. Because realistically, everything set aside, the best possible gift that you can give anyone is your time, and quality time at that. Speaking of non-age specific gifts, we've learned that colouring is quite beneficial actually to your mental health, and it's very soothing for anxiety. The Chameleon Pen Sets would actually make a great gift option because they actually have a property that which gives them the ability to sort of fade and shade as you're colouring with them, although they are marker pens. They actually also have double the ink of the average marker. They are also refillable, and the nibs are actually replaceable. And these pens are also multi-purpose because they can also be used on fabric. And to go with the pens, you can quite easily find a colouring book for any age in Realm of Imagination. But if you're thinking about younger age groups when it comes to art, the SES art sets would make a great consideration. One of the reasons that these sets would be particularly good for younger children is because they are hypoallergenic and they are actually pet friendly. The reason that this is a really good feature is because, let's face it, pets, particularly dogs, and children's toys can be a recipe for disaster. Lots of the options that I've mentioned so far have been very sort of standalone in their designs, but some children are much more attracted to toys which involve characters that they're already familiar with. Now, when it comes to toys that are character focused, this can be a little bit difficult because different characters and different shows come in and out of fashion. But the brand Orange Tree Toys have done a really good job of working with some of the old favourites, the classics that are still around today, like Winnie the Pooh and Peter Rabbit. They have lots of different types of toys, like musical instruments, puzzle blocks, but all of their toys are made from sustainable wood. They are UK designed, plastic free, and any packaging is fully recyclable. I think that Peter Rabbit is a character very well placed for a toy company that are focusing on sustainability because of all of the conservation work that Beatrix Potter was interested in and contributed towards. Last but not least, I wanted to throw in something that's a bit more practical from a brand that I have loved for a long time for different reasons, and that is Sassen Bell. Now, Sassen Bell are doing a lot of bamboo-based products. That was a mouthful. But quite a few of the bamboo-based dining sets are available at Realm of Imagination. This would be really great if you're gifting for somebody who has a toddler, or maybe even if they're expecting a baby. Like I said, I just really love Sassen Bell's designs, and I feel like anything they do would make a really good gift option. Guys, I really have to leave it there because there's no way that I could cover everything. There's just too much. There are also really classic gifts there like puzzles and books. Actually, I should mention the books. They actually have paint and read sessions that would be a really good gift option if you booked on a child for that session and gave that to them as a gift. I mean, a gift like that just keeps the excitement going for when Christmas is over and done with. So if you are in the area and have little ones to buy for, or not so little ones, then please do pop in and have a look. Just going inside is such an experience in itself, and for me it was just, I had a major dose of nostalgia. None of the videos in this series have been sponsored. They are not part of any paid partnerships. I'm not affiliated with any of the businesses featured. These are just purely small businesses that I have discovered and love, and hope that some of you might too. Although this is the last video in the Christmas gift guide series, please do still hit the like button, and it's still worth subscribing because in the future I have so much more health and sustainability type content coming your way. If you haven't seen the other episodes in this series, please do go back and have a look, and you can support both me and these businesses by sharing these videos in hopes that somebody else who's interested might also find them. But most importantly, I really hope that you have enjoyed this series, and I really hope that perhaps you've found another small business for you to support. Non-locals, please do check the description box because I always leave links for you so that you can shop the products directly via the suppliers. I really do hope that you will stay tuned because I have so many exciting things coming very soon.